forget to mute it.
No.
Maybe.
No, this is a 30-second delay. All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the Nintendo Prime Podcast, episode 118. We have 4 people on the podcast. Hey! Oh, man, it's been a while since we had 4. We've struggled to get 3, but now we have 4. To my left and your right. Actually, it might be just your guys' left now. Actually, now that it's set up this way, is Mr. Eric Moore.
Hello.
In the middle, with just a little tiny little dinky avatar, is Darrin.
It's good to be back, baby.
Oh, you guys recognize that voice? Recognize Darrin? If you've ever seen like the first 15 episodes of the podcast, 3 years ago, he's one of the original co-hosts.
Was it 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was 3 years ago.
The very first one was posted on October 2nd of 16.
Yes.
That's great, dude. Of what year?
16. October 2nd of 16.
I was 17 years old.
Yep. And you just stopped showing up. And Eric and I just kept it going. There was no, he didn't even officially quit. He just stopped showing up.
Huh?
Yep.
So technically, I never fired you. You're still a co-host of the Nintendo Prime.
Yeah, I'm still here.
There it is.
So.
And obviously, way over to the left, we got Mr. Fivejay.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, so you guys know what it's all about, right? Today, the day that we are recording and live streaming and doing all this crazy stuff with this podcast, is the day the Animal Crossing Direct dropped. Big news all around. This whole podcast is dedicated just to Animal Crossing New Horizons. We don't have entire podcasts dedicated to that very often, but when you have a special occasion like this with an unreleased game, a big unreleased game, you know it's got to happen. And that's actually why Darrin's here, because he's the mega Animal Crossing fan among us. So
You know that I had to come out of retirement just for this.
Oh, I knew. It was either going to be this or Breath of the Wild 2. One of the two was going to get you. One of
Both.
the two. Both. Well, Breath of the Wild 2 might be a while. So,
You never know.
First up, before we start getting into the nitty-gritty details, which Darrin is way prepared for.
Oh, yes.
He's got the biggest breakdown I think I've ever seen. I might as well just put NintendoPrime.net back online and just have you go make a post about it.
There you go.
Why not?
So he, let's just say general reaction to the overall Direct. How does it make you feel in general about Animal Crossing New Horizons? 25
I'm
minutes.
overwhelmed.
You're overwhelmed.
I'm 100% overwhelmed because we just went from knowing not much about the game. I mean, we knew the premise of it, but we really didn't know a lot of the new mechanics of the game, and we just got a ton of information jumped on us. And
Yeah.
it wasn't, and it's not just, oh, here's all our new features. No, there's so many minute details and implied mechanics if you watch the trailer and really analyze it, that when I start to think about it, it's just, I almost get a little bit stressed out because it's like I'm going to have so much to do on March 20th. I booked a whole week off of work just to sink into this game. I used up vacation time, my precious vacation time.
You say a week?
To play Animal Crossing. A week.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's dedication.
That
But-
is.
So I'm overwhelmed, which is not a bad thing. I'm also beyond excited and am more excited than ever for March 20th.
Nice. Well, all I can say, and I said this because I did a live reaction to it. Animal Crossing New Horizons, this particular Direct, was basically the perfect Direct for this game. If you are an Animal Crossing fan, just like obviously Darrin is, I don't know how you cannot be excited. There is so much new stuff. It looks like the most expansive, most engrossing experience yet. And they didn't even talk about having to pay for anything. Like it's all free, like it's always been. Although in-game purchases is listed again on the official website. after being taken down. I don't know what that means. They didn't announce any in-game purchases, so
Maybe you can buy Nook Miles.
yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And like,
No.
and I was confused when the Nook Miles came up because I'm like, what? Tom Nook doesn't care about money. Okay, no, he's back to caring about bells again. Okay, he's just suckering you in with the Nook Miles, and then he's gonna get all your bells. When you
Yeah,
decide to
I
build
like
a home.
how they talked about. You're going into debt again, but it's a no-interest loan. Pay it back as you go.
Right,
But
right.
now that you're stranded on this deserted island, now that you're stranded and in crippling debt, now we're going to show you how to survive.
Yeah, well, and what an unrealistic expectation for youngsters to have about loans in their future.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
good
it
God.
at all.
No.
Oh Lord.
You're not going to go to a deserted island and rebuild it from scratch with this giant interest-free loan that you
Yeah.
just...
Oh God.
No.
Don't worry, pay it back whenever.
Yeah.
Well, not
I
really
like
the real
how
world works.
it's not even like, oh, you just took out a house loan. I like how the context for this is you went into debt to obtain the Nook Inc. Get it? Like who goes into debt for that to go to a deserted island and just be stranded there?
You know what? There's some
Us,
days
apparently.
with my kids, I would love to just for a whole day or a week or
For
whatever. Just be
you
stranded.
or for them?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Send them to the deserted island.
I mean, I don't know. I'd feel better if it was me because I'll actually be able to survive there. I'm not sure about that.
Fine.
What are you talking about? It's not a deserted island, anyways. They got an
it's
airport and a
not.
store. I mean,
It's not deserted, but they're calling it deserted, which is weird.
Right.
again, I told Nate.
They literally have a place already pre-built to land a plane on. So
yeah,
like,
and I told Nate I had to pull up the
because you
the
know what it is. It's a
clip from
tourist trap.
The Princess Bride, where he keeps using the word inconceivable, and Inigo Montoya's like, this word, I don't think you understand what it means, and I don't
Yeah.
think
I
Nintendo
know.
quite
I think he
understands
understands what it means.
what deserted means.
It's a tourist trap.
Yeah,
Maybe it has a lot of desserts on it. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's a deserted island.
There we
I
go.
like it.
It's not a deserted island, but I get why they're calling it that because they want to paint this picture of it's a not uninhabited island, but it's very undeveloped. And through
Oh,
this
right.
game,
No.
you build it up.
I get it, but it's like, God dang it.
It is funny. It's
Yeah.
funny.
I like everything about this direct was basically perfect. Actually, there's one point I was like, wait a second. They added they guys. Do you realize what through Animal Crossing New Horizons they finally added everything we wanted to have happen on Switch Online. You can
Absolutely
now message
everything.
friends, and you can now voice chat friends. It's great. You can voice chat friends, but it's more convenient in this game. And you can now text message friends through the Nintendo Switch Online app. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why isn't this like? So you have to buy Animal Crossing now if you want a standard feature on Switch. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna sell the extra 10 million copies of this game. Is
Special
is-
treatment of Animal Crossing fans. I love it.
Yeah, it's a special.
Yeah.
Only Animal Crossing fans can have a standard feature on every other platform.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought that was funny. I'm like, whatever. It's good that it's there. It's just like, but why isn't this just like? Okay, so Nintendo, you're proving that you can build a messaging thing on the Nintendo Switch Online app. So just do it. Anyways, that's a larger conversation for another day. But no, seriously, it. Like I came into this with kind of, I expected it to be good. I kind of expected Animal Crossing New Horizons to just be more Animal Crossing, because to me, New Leaf felt like just more Animal Crossing after City Folk. So
Which I disagree on.
yeah, and that's fine. It's a very, I mean, each game is taking its different direction, but like, I don't know, it just felt like more of the same. I know there's differences, and to me, nothing's ever been as good as the GameCube one. Maybe, and I've admitted to this during the stream that it could have been because of nostalgia that I feel that way, because I played it when I was an actual kid, and I played that before I ever played Sims. So like, that was kind of my first experience with like with like building a fake life kind of thing, building a fake home.
Right.
But I came away very impressed. I am actually excited for this game now, whereas before I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick it up, but now I'm like, this might be my next 200-300 hour game, because it's a never-ending game. It's the way it's always been. But I legitimately want to take my island and do whatever the hell I want on it. I want to make Nintendo Switch Island, and they gave me a way to do it. Granted,
Yeah.
I still don't like there's no way to back up your saves. I hate that you can only recover your save one time, ever, once, and that's only if you have a lost or broken Switch. They confirmed that in this, which was the stupidest thing. So that sucks for a game you're going to sink all this time into. But
Which was actually kind of misleading, because when they got to that part, I saw the cloud with the up and down arrows, but I didn't see like a big circle with the slash through it saying no.
Oh, they
And so
had
I thought
text.
they had text,
Yeah.
but tiny text.
yeah, oh yeah, of course it was tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see there's multiple times when they were getting into the online stuff?
Yeah.
There's like this giant
Oh.
paragraph of
Oh, yeah.
like little
Huge.
tiny text that you're
Yeah.
supposed to try to read.
Yeah.
It's like
I
disclaimer.
literally paused it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're saying all this stuff. By the way, huge disclaimer that like there's no way to back up. You can't transfer to other systems. This basically, if you stop and read it all, it's like there's no backup to your saves. It's no
Yes.
cloud saves. You cannot transfer system to system. Basically, oh, you want to upgrade to a future Switch? Like you have a Switch Lite and you want to upgrade to a normal Switch later? Haha! You can't do a system transfer in this game. You can't even recover your save data. That's what it said in those little tiny paragraphs. It basically said the only way you're getting your save data back is a one-time future transfer, not even available at launch,
Yeah.
if you break or lose a Switch. So you can upgrade, you just have to lie.
Yeah. So I agree.
One
That's-
time. One time.
One time.
Oh.
I agree. That's not the
Oh.
best. That's
It sucks for a
crappy.
game that you have to sink this kind
Oh,
of time
God.
into.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Based on all the wording, the save data is not stored locally on your Switch. That's why like the local transfer doesn't work. You know, like it works in Splatoon, even though the cloud backups don't, because it's all stored locally. So you can do a local. So it's stored on a server, which makes me feel like you have to have the Nintendo Switch Online service to play this game. They didn't say that, but it's all stored on a server, which makes me feel like, why can't I just log into my account on another Switch and just go to my island?
yeah.
Why do I even need to like download a save file? It's all online. I'm confused.
I agree.
About
It
that too.
sucks. I agree. It sucks. But originally, I believe there was going to be no backups whatsoever.
Well, there isn't.
and
there still isn't.
there isn't. But there was so much outcry,
Backlash.
so much backlash that this is one of the rare times where Nintendo's like, fine.
Yeah, they're like,
We're gonna give you the most dumbed down, asinine version of a cloud save that you can get.
well, it's
Here you
basically-
go.
It's basically we didn't plan for you to ever recover your save. So technically, your save file does exist on a server, but we don't really know how we're going to give it to you yet. So in the future, we'll let you download it one time.
So what happens if
Anyways,
like
That's
I-
like the only bad news really in the whole thing was just reconfirmation that we just really borked this entire trying to recover your save file, upgrade your Switch. You know, you want to. Here's the thing, like, oh, you're gonna have a next gen platform, and say that next gen platform is fully backwards compatible. Guess what's not coming with you? You ain't bringing your Animal Crossing save with.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if Darren puts 100 hours in the first week and his Switch just dies, well, guess what? He's screwed.
no. If the Switch
could
dies, you get one-time recovery, but it's not available at launch.
Exactly,
You gotta wait
so
till
how-
Nintendo
yeah,
decides to be like,
whenever
oh,
it
we
is,
finally
yeah.
figured out how to access your file on our
Right.
server and give it back to you.
Right. So he may be screwed for a while.
At
Nintendo's
that
just
point,
really
I'm
backwards
just going to
with this stuff.
Walmart, buying a new Switch, buying a new game, and just screw you guys. I'm just gonna start from scratch.
Screw it, I'm gonna give you way more money.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna buy more of your products.
Yeah.
Screw you,
That'll
here's more
teach 'em,
money.
dude. That'll teach him.
That'll teach him. I want to make see, what's all that's going to happen is, see, this is where the hackers and the modders get to come in and be like, look, here's what's going to happen. We're going to hack our Switch. We're going to make the save file store locally, and we're just going to have a local island, and we're going to have it better than everybody else because we don't have to worry about losing our save data. And it's like, but Nintendo, it doesn't matter that Nintendo doesn't like it because Nintendo's not giving us a bare basic feature that should be it. Like, this isn't some indie game that the company has no money. This is Nintendo with a game they know is going to sell 10 million plus copies. And they're heavily pushing multiplayer. They're heavily pushing this fact that you can customize your own island, do all this stuff. And we're not going to give you any protection over anything you're doing in a game that you're intended to sink hundreds, if not thousands of hours into.
Can we get on to like the positive stuff?
Yeah.
We've been
don't worry.
ranting about this
Don't
one
worry.
negative
Don't-
aspect.
don't
We
worry.
have like an hour.
Oh,
we
don't
only
worry.
have an hour, and there's so many
We'll get there.
good things
We'll
to
get
talk
there.
about.
Eric, what was your reaction to the whole thing? The whole 25
It's Animal
minutes.
Crossing.
It's Animal Crossing. He's
I-
probably the least. I just don't care.
Yeah, honestly, the game.
Can we get to Breath of
honestly,
the Wild 2 now?
honestly,
Flip
I
the
didn't really
podcast.
realize there was a whole lot of new stuff. To be completely honest,
Because he
I'm
doesn't
like,
play Animal Crossing.
I
games, so he
looked,
doesn't
I
realize
looked at it and went, oh, you can build stuff. All right, is that new? Cool. I thought you could do this before.
Terraforming's new.
Okay.
So you would call yourself a hardcore Animal
Oh,
Crossing?
absolutely. I've sunk thousands,
This is
hundreds of thousands of hours into it.
Dude, he's
Millions,
a clear
really.
day
Yes.
one purchaser.
Yes.
No, he's actually someone who's going
I
to
don't-
enter one of my 2 giveaways.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No, he can't, because then if he wins, I'll be like, that totally wasn't rigged at all.
Yeah.
No.
Right. No.
Right.
No. It's not that I don't. It's not that I hate it. It's. I don't know. It's just not my type of game.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of game. It really will not appeal to everybody. It just won't.
But it appeals to a lot of people.
It does.
A lot of Nintendo gamers, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Darrin.
Fivejay, what's your reaction to the whole 25-minute direct?
It's really sweet to see it on a home console again.
Yes.
I didn't really play the one on Wii. I always kind of drooled over it because it had like the one and only voice chat option that you put on your TV.
we speak.
For Wii. Yes, what a weird solution. But yeah, I never played that one. So then I guess previously it was GameCube was the only console one I was aware of. Played Wild World on DS, which I loved, but looked like a
Wild World.
pile of trash.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
And those 3D
was-
on the DS.
Yeah, when you go from GameCube to DS, what? Ooh, maybe
Yep.
maybe we should have not had that one happen. But then it was still fun. So
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
It-
But I
it's-
loved
It was so
New
good.
Leaf
that one
on
needs an HD
3DS.
remaster.
Absolutely, I'm 100% with you on that.
That would be sweet. So I loved Wild World, I did love Wild World, but I really loved New Leaf. That's probably the one I've spent the most time with. Like I said before the show, probably somewhere between 100 and 200 hours. So not super hardcore, but definitely not like casual. It was great. I really loved collecting things, and I loved seeing the collecting thing is just getting bigger and bigger, and the museum is like bigger and more interactive now, and everything's just beautiful and shiny, and they're getting rid of so many little things that were so annoying, like you can't cross a river. You got to go to one of 2 bridges on your entire map to get across the stupid river that cuts your map in 2. Yeah, it looks like you're going to have a lot more to do in the sky. There's going to be more fun seasonal events. If you like the island exploring, which is one of my favorite parts of New Leaf, there's so much of that and so much more. I'm very excited for this one. It's looking really, really good.
Side note, if you tell someone who's not very familiar with Animal Crossing, yeah, I'm freaking out because Nintendo added pole vaulting across rivers to Animal Crossing. They're going to look at you really funny.
Yeah.
Because to Animal Crossing fans, that is a huge deal.
Yes.
As someone who
huge.
doesn't play Animal Crossing, they're like, what?
Is it
what-
like an
why
Olympic
does that
sports
you
game?
know what you
or-
tell him, hey, why don't you take a pole vault and you go pole vault the river? Tell me how it goes.
Yeah.
You know the athleticism there has to be involved?
Right.
gosh.
Oh,
Is this the first time we also saw them jump over a 1 square river before?
Yes.
Because that
Yes.
seemed to be new. And
That was
very
crazy.
handy.
Very
Yeah.
handy. So they were running
Mind-blowing.
away from a bug, maybe a tarantula, I think,
Yeah.
and hopped over that little creek. That's the first time we've seen a river that small in Animal Crossing,
Mm.
which is crazy. But it makes sense given that you can terraform the entire world, so you'd be able to make small rivers like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a small detail there. Terraforming.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've been thinking about it all day. Think of the possibilities. So you can just, they're like, here, you can just reform the entire map. Do you know that people are going to go insane with this? I think of the people that spend crazy amounts of hours building realistic Minecraft worlds.
Oh,
Like
man.
recreate the
yeah.
world of Harry Potter. Like those people are going to recreate like, here's the map from the original Zelda game. And
Yeah.
here's an island that's basically a giant lake with little islands in it.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. Here's a ginormous part. They're going to make, I mean, if you can pole vault over rivers and hop over creeks, someone's going to make an obstacle course.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's gonna make like Animal Crossing Wipeout.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, I love it.
As long as you know what, if they add jet skis, I'm making Wave Race. It's happening.
Oh,
Yes.
It's happening. I don't know if they're ever
They
going to
gotta
add
bring the
jet
music
skis, but
back
if
then.
they do. Or did they?
I'm curious how many levels you get in the level editing because I really love the look of the waterfalls. So I
Oh,
want
the
to craft this
waterfalls are
island
cool.
that's like a big volcano with all these waterfalls coming down.
That would be
How
awesome.
many? I feel like they're only going to give us like 2 or 3 levels, sadly.
Yeah,
but
that's
if they
what
could
I
give
was
us
gonna
like
say.
10, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Darren, give me your top 5 favorite features of this new one,
Oh,
Animal Crossing.
man. All right.
We'll start with the mega fan. Let's go. You wanted positives. John, go. Go, baby.
Okay. So
Start gushing.
let's get the obvious out of the way. Number 1, terraforming.
Mhm.
That's one of the obvious ones.
Yep. What, the obvious one's not the new Switch light color?
Number 2,
Coral? Coral
Oh, not
Switch
the
light?
coral color. No, that's not the obvious one. The
No.
second obvious one is you can where your animals are going to go. When you have a new villager that comes into town, and they're not going to move on top of your flower garden, you're going to say, no, I want you to move over to this corner of the map.
Right, as
Which-
far
Yeah,
away from me as
you
possible because I hate
land.
you.
Yep.
Right. You can basically
you ain't
be
moving
a
next
little
door.
real estate agent.
Peace out.
Yeah.
So what happens if you reserve the whole island? Where are they going to move? Nowhere. My
Nowhere.
private island.
Yeah.
Nook and his kids.
Right? Yeah.
So the third
Yeah,
thing I think it kind of goes along with terraforming and moving buildings around, but towards the end of the direct they showed off a couple pretty developed villages, and they kind of looked like little cities,
Yeah.
which kind of encapsulates the core aspect of this game. Every Animal Crossing game has like a gimmick. This game's gimmick is you start from scratch and you build your island into a community. And you can make it a bustling little city if you want to, which I think is awesome. It's something to work towards. Normally, the end game of Animal Crossing can be boring sometimes, can be repetitive. You're grinding, you're trying to fill out your museum, you're trying to pay off your loans, you're just trying to lay patterns down on the ground to make makeshift paths.
Right.
But now, when and Nintendo specified, after your island has been quote unquote fully decked out, then you'll be able to terraform it, and then it just completely changes the way that you're going to play the game, because then you're going to start shifting your island and making it yours, which is why I'm incredibly excited for online play, because online play was great in the last games, especially with New Leaf with the island tours.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
I'm just going to go to people's islands to see what they've been doing, like get ideas for my own island. Like, whoa, this guy has his house on top of a cliff with waterfalls around it, and he's got this furniture down around it. That's awesome. That's incredible. Speaking of furniture, number 4, placing furniture around the world. That's awesome. You want to put a park bench on the beach? You go put that park bench on the beach. And again, you go up to someone on the street, dude, you can place a sofa wherever you want in the overworld.
Yeah.
And they're just
Isn't
going
that
to
like,
look at
isn't
you
that
funny.
like just
But-
dumping one off my truck?
yeah, but to Animal Crossing fans, that's a huge deal. You could never do that before. This game is all about customization and progression, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And number 5, and I'm sort of sad I won't be able to utilize this because I live alone. But this would have been great when I was a kid living with my family, or if I had roommates. Is the local play.
Mm-hmm.
You split off a Joy-Con, hand it to your buddy who also plays on your Switch system, and the two of you can play together on the same island in the same room with 2 control. It's awesome. I love that.
Mm.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, online multiplayer is cool and all, but if you're living with your girlfriend and she's got a character in Animal Crossing and you two want to play together at the same time, you don't have to hog the Switch anymore. Both of you can play at the same time. Hey, come help me catch these fish. Hey, come help me fill out the museum. Hey, let's go plant some trees. Help me terraform the world. Let's make this how we want to. I just think that
Yeah.
that local aspect for those who can utilize it, who have either friends that come over or live with people who also play the game. I just think that is a fantastic option.
Just make sure they're best friends so they can use axes and shovels.
Yeah. Which is another quality of life option that
Yeah.
Nintendo has added.
It's so your
It's
friends
amazing.
will
I love
come
all
and
the
destroy your
options.
island. Yeah.
I've had people come over and like in my New Leaf town and like chop down trees and steal my golden roses, and it's like, well,
no,
never
even
letting
that.
anyone into my
How
town
dare you.
again.
Never.
Yeah.
Yo, how long I worked for that golden rose pack?
Yeah. So many options, and it's just, again, it overwhelms me because I'm gonna want to know about every single one. There's just so much customization down to the wood grain in your furniture.
Yeah.
Just, I know why this game has taken so long, because it is, I mean, as it should be, because it's the latest in the series, but it's the most
8 years.
8 years. It's the most customizable game to date, the most innovative to date.
Yeah.
Which is great. They've gone above and beyond with this. I've said, I've say the Switch has the best Zelda game in years. The Switch has the best Mario game in years. The best, whatever game in so many years that you want to say. The Switch has a lot of awesome games within their franchises that have been the best they've been in years. And the same goes for Animal Crossing. They've just gone above and beyond, and I love every minute of it. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite features that I actually saw them add, because I was curious about this, because you're on this deserted island and you'll be able to visit friends' islands and all that, but I'm like, it's just one island. Like, is there more than that? And then they confirmed, like, you don't have to visit friends' islands. There are more islands in the game that you can just go visit, and you don't even know where you're gonna go.
Yes.
Wherever
That's one of the things
the
Silent
pilot damn well feels like taking you.
Yeah.
And you're going to find a lot of crazy stuff that isn't on your island. You're going to find fruit. You're going to find characters. You're going to find all this. Like, I'm like, this is cool.
Yes.
Like, I was so worried because, like, in Animal Crossing, it's always kind of felt like you have your one area. That's where you are. You can visit your friends, too. But then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And this is like...
Except for New Leaf.
Except for New Leaf, yeah. New Leaf was a
You
little
could
different.
go do the island tours, which
Yeah.
was one of my favorite parts of New Leaf. So I'm so happy that you can go explore other islands,
Yeah.
much like the Tortimer Island tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they kind of brought that back. It looks like they maybe expanded on it. I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't know how many different islands there are. I don't know how crazy it gets. Apparently, there's an island all about taking photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Photopia?
you don't know what they're gonna add because there's free updates,
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
another
right,
thing
yeah.
I'm psyched about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Holiday content.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Which is also a safeguard for time traveling. I don't know if
Right.
you thought about it, but people used to, okay, I'm gonna get the game on March 20th. Well, I'm gonna travel to December 25th, and I'm gonna get the exclusive Christmas items and furniture and clothes and whatnot, and then come back. And I remember getting New Leaf day 1, and on day 2, someone visited my town and they had the diving suit, which was impossible.
Right.
You can't get the diving suit in 2 days.
Mhm.
They time traveled to get it. But if they said that the free updates, they're gonna have holiday events. So come December, they're gonna add an update and add a Christmas event. So it's on Nintendo's time. You're not gonna be able to fast travel. You're not gonna be able to time
that
travel.
was
to
the
that
reason
Christmas
for
holiday.
not letting us have backup saves was people manipulating time. I want to be honest. I'm actually kind of disappointed. That's one of my favorite things in the game is that I sometimes I'm too busy over the holidays to ever partake in the events.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
like it's cool that I could turn back the clock on my system and or I don't know if people were fast forwarding too, but to me it was always like that was what was so cool about the game is that I could manipulate time and just go to the events because sometimes I don't know, like after you've done everything that you feel like you need to do in the game, the events were pretty much what you had to look forward to.
Right.
And you would
Sure.
go months until the next ones, or I could just change the clock on my system and go to it right now and have fun.
Right, but in that time it was like the event was like a day. It was like the holiday, and that was kind of it. But now they said that this first like basically Easter update
Yeah, Easter's like
is going to be
way
available day
before-
1.
Yeah, and that's way before
Right, so
Easter.
I figure it's going to be like a month-long event every time. So you're not going to have one day to do your Christmas stuff. You're going to have December to do your Christmas
But
stuff.
even if I
in the
have
game.
December, I have like 7 Christmases in December. Plus, I'll be in college and working and 3 kids. I ain't gonna have time. Like holidays suck.
I
I love the holidays.
Sorry.
I used to love the holidays until I became a parent.
Just you
Now
are
it's
SOL.
just It's nonstop stress. I want a time to escape to Animal Crossing, and that
Yeah.
like maybe I'll turn it on to see. Oh, look at the Christmas decoration. No, I can't play. How am I gonna get that for my house? I don't know. Finally, it's like January 15th, and I can finally play. Things have slowed down. No.
Just come down with
Event's
the
over.
flu and end up in the bathroom for hours on end.
Hours on end. And that's the thing.
There you go.
Nothing's quick.
Yeah.
So like I can't just be like, oh, let me go take 5 minutes in the bathroom and go get
Right.
this item. Like, nah, you gotta earn it, and
Yeah.
And be online.
yeah. So it's I don't know. They are controlling it by making it updates that they release because it feels like everything is saved online. So they're really controlling it, and that's fine. I just don't know why they had a problem with it in the first place. Like, who cares if someone, like you said, someone came with a diving suit? That might make you jealous because they manipulated time, but you could do that too if you really want. Who cares?
Right. The time travel was the best unofficial mechanic of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
kind of,
very
and
helpful.
I'm bummed. I'm same
I
as
mean,
you.
they
Nate,
added a
because-
lot. They added so much I can't complain, but it's like one of those. But man, I really like, especially once you're end gaming. Like, I really enjoyed that you could just jump to an event if you wanted to.
Right.
Well, I don't think they're going to take time travel out. I just think it's going to be like,
I
hey,
think
if you
it
want to
is, because
participate to an event,
your save file is entirely online.
I think what's going to probably happen is during an event, they're going to say, hey, do you want to participate? Because if so, we can see that your clock is wrong. We can fix that for you. You know?
I hope that time travel isn't missing because on a smaller scale, Nate was talking about not being able to play for a month. Now, my work schedule is I work 5-6 days a week, 10-hour shifts, so I'm gone for the day.
Right.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
get home. It's gonna be
night.
dark in Animal Crossing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever time specific. Like I can't buy turnips from Joan's granddaughter on Sunday because I'm gonna be at work. So I'm not gonna be able to come
Gotta be in
home
there.
and time travel back to Sunday morning to buy those turnips. I hope I can. It hasn't been completely ruled out, but I'm kind of scared that it is. You know what I mean?
One thing they haven't
It's gotta be
confirmed
in
too,
there.
because they basically confirmed the save file is on a server. So like, my thing is, okay, is this an
Did they,
always
though?
online game? Do you have to be online to play this game?
Right? Did they say
They
that
didn't confirm one way or
your save
another if
file
you
is
have to be
online?
online or not. So I'm like,
I don't think you have to be online because
you
that
shouldn't
would
have to be.
because how would you play like on your Switch Lite, or if you take the Switch, to work and you don't have Wi-Fi, you're on the bus.
You
somewhere-
just don't. Welcome to always online.
That's
Right.
ridiculous.
Remember, this is a game that you're meant to sit
That
down and
wouldn't
play
happen.
for hours on end. This isn't
No,
a game meant for 5
Nintendo would
minutes.
not do that. And as I'm saying, Nintendo would not do that.
They've already done it. They've already done it.
because
I
this
really
is
don't think they're
Nintendo
going
we're
to get rid of
talking
it,
about.
of the time travel, because in New Leaf, they made it easier than ever. It was like a central mechanic. Before you even started up your file, it was like, hey, do you want to change the time? For them to go from that flexible to absolutely none of it just wouldn't make any sense. I don't think they're going to take it out. I think they're just going to make you synchronize to participate in events.
More negatives.
Well, it's just a concern because it's one of my most
It
enjoyable
is.
aspects of the game, and I'm like, there's no local save for the game. So, if there's no local save, then
I
how
don't
am I
think
playing it
that's true.
offline?
I don't think that's true.
You don't think it's true?
I think there
There's a
will be a local save, and when you connect to online, then it will be backed up in this Nintendo server that they talked
Then why
about,
can't we
where
transfer
you'll be
our
able to
save
get
locally?
it because it's Nintendo.
But it's the only game we can't do it with.
There's no way the
The
New
only
Horizons
one.
is gonna be an only online game. There's no way. That's crazy.
Well, let's put it this way.
Well, we'll know this. If they require you to purchase the Nintendo Switch Online service to play it,
Your game
But they
chip
don't.
is a read-only game chip, right? So
Right.
how do you save anything that you've ever done? It's saved somewhere, and
Yeah.
if it's not online only, which again not confirmed, but if it's not online only, then there has to be something saved locally somewhere.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't have the chip. I already have it pre-downloaded.
here's
on
the
my
thing.
Switch, but
Maybe I should do this. Because I'm doing a launch stream for this. I'm gonna like put it in airplane mode for the beginning of the stream just to see what happens.
Yeah, do it.
I guarantee
It'll
be
work. It'll play, I'm sure. But I'm like, but what happens when I'm done playing? Is it
It'll
still
auto
there?
save, and then it will upload your save to the secure server that you can't do the cloud backups from.
But here's the thing.
Because
That,
Nintendo.
what confuses me about it is, if there's a local save and then there's a save on their server, right? That's just whatever, because they've already confirmed we have the information on a server. We can give it to you one time, so we know for sure.
Which
there's
again
a
is
save file online.
stupid.
So we know for sure there's a save file online. So if there's also a local save, then there's literally zero reason to not allow local transfers. The only reason to not allow local transfers is because there isn't the save data to transfer.
Because Nintendo.
Time travel safeguard. That's
Could
all I
be.
can.
What
Because
is
if-
the what is
if
the
you
time?
can-
Here's my only question: is what does the time travel safeguard have to do with the system transfer?
Because if you this is tough for me to justify. And
It's
I don't
like
really wanna
the stupidest
justify it.
thing.
Devil's
It
advocate.
is the stupidest thing, and I am playing devil's advocate. I think it's stupid, and
Yes.
I think Nintendo's making the wrong decision.
Yes.
But I think they're just being so precautious with these time traveling safeguards because they want people to play the game how it's meant to be played. The problem is some people can't because we have lives.
Well, here's the thing: we're going from when they were encouraging people to basically screw with the time to now, no, you can't, or we don't want you to. That's what's so weird. Like in New Leaf, they were like literally making references to the fact that people mess with the time, and now they're like,
Right,
oh
your
yeah,
turnips would die if you changed the time and you bought some.
yeah. Or remember way back on the GameCube when you would screw around with the time and then Mr. Rossetti, like they knew
Yes.
people were doing
Yeah.
it. They knew it. It was like a running joke. You could do it, but there'd always be like this negative consequence when you did it. But if you don't care
Which
about
was
the
awesome.
consequence, then who cares? And now the consequence is you just maybe can't do it at all. And we're putting all these safeguards in to be like, you can't do it because all this online and this and that. I'm like, yeah, but it's just my island. It's not like when I change the time on my Switch, it affects the other island I went to.
Maybe you can only time travel in airplane mode.
I wonder, you know what?
Maybe
Maybe
you know,
maybe I'm gonna be that person. I'm gonna be a loner on my island, no friends. None of you guys watching are gonna be able to join my island. I'm sorry, it's just gonna be me, and I'm just never connecting my Switch online again,
Well, hear me out. So if
just to see what
I come
happens.
if I come home,
See if it
it's
ever
6
yells at me,
o'clock-
"Hey, you need to connect online to get the new update." What update? How do you even know there is an update?
Right. But if I come home at 6 o'clock at night and I boot up my Switch, I disconnect it from Wi-Fi, put it in airplane mode. I go into Animal Crossing. I can change the time to whatever I want. I change it to 1 p.m. that afternoon. So
Yep.
I travel back in time. Okay. I'm done. I save the game. I exit the game. I take the Switch out of airplane mode. It connects to Wi-Fi. I boot up the game. It automatically readjusts the clock. I feel like that might be what it is. I feel like you can't time travel with the Switch connected to Wi-Fi. So you won't be able to travel a year ahead and then stay a year ahead when you connect to Wi-Fi. It'll boot you back to the current date. I feel like that's how it's going to work.
I'll find out literally at launch. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna jump. I mean, I know you're not gonna be able to get the special events. Like if I jump ahead to Christmas, it's not gonna give me a special event for it because it's all Nintendo. But I just want to see what happens.
I think it's really only going to be when you're going to do something that requires online multiplayer, special events. That's it, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's get back to
I'm
some
going to have to quit
positives.
my job.
We got 20 minutes to go. Let's get to some positives.
The
Are we
museum's
capped
amazing.
at like a hard hour? Or can
Yes,
we go over?
yes, we are capped at an hour.
Oh,
The museum's
I hate-
amazing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ooh,
oh, the museum.
That
yes.
one, that one even for me was like, all right, this is cool.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
museum looks
expect
way
that.
cooler than it's ever looked ever.
Who expected that on this not deserted island that it would have the best museum in Animal
Yeah,
Crossing? That
anywhere.
thing looks awesome.
Oh, and you could take some of the museum pieces and put them outside.
Oh, outside the museum.
Oh.
You can just catch a fish and then put it in a tank by the river and laugh at it.
Well, they had like a giant dinosaur 3-piece skeleton outside. It was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, you
Dude,
could
I
just
want to know if
display.
you could take the aquarium and build one in your house.
That would be cool.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
That'd be
I,
cool.
and
Exotic
like you
fish in
can add
there?
rooms to your house now,
Yeah,
yeah.
like different
No, like-
rooms.
which would then
Have
be
Yeah, I
that.
know, kind of. But
and
like
house
now it's-
customization.
Yeah,
is
full house
so much
customization.
better now.
Like
Yeah.
now they made it when you're decorating your house. It's so much like Happy Home Designer. Like
That that was a
which
huge
is good
thing for
because
me.
Happy Home Designer made it really easy to decorate your house.
Yeah. So who wants to go from happy home designer to the traditional way of decorating?
Right.
a house?
Oh.
No.
Never again.
Yeah. Oh man, it's.
They had to do that.
I was almost surprised they let you build a house. I'm like, this is supposed to be a deserted island getaway. Okay, so you have a tent. Oh, maybe you can make a bigger
getaway.
tent. Wait, now we can just permanently. So
not?
you're just never supposed to leave. So
Right.
his thing is
So
like, hey,
that's-
look, we're not going to give you any interest on the loan, but you can't leave. You now live here. So I have all your
You
money.
can
for now.
leave, but you can only go to other deserted islands.
You can never go home.
Yeah,
Wait.
your home is still here, so you got to come back.
Right.
Yeah, Oh man, Nook, Mr. Tom Nook, you are a sly devil. You
Yeah.
a sly devil.
I also like how he took over the Animal Crossing Twitter account from Isabel.
Oh,
I like Isabel, but he took over the Twitter account, and I just think Tom Nook is the better character. No offense, Isabel. Isabel's awesome.
I don't know
Well,
how
I just-
Isabel got
Smash.
into Smash before Tom Nook.
That's crazy.
Because
Tom
it's
Nook
hilarious.
has been a big deal from
'Cause it's
day-
hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But still, Tom Nook has
The
been a big deal from day
nostalgia
one.
and the memes around Tom Nook is just... I'm so glad that he's in charge of the Twitter handle now. So glad.
Tom Nook is so amazing that him and his kids put in so much time developing that new Switch. I mean, it was ridiculous. Apparently,
I love that he hosted the Direct, too. He was the host.
yeah.
The host.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What do you mean? Technically, the Direct wasn't a Direct. It was an advertisement.
It was an advertisement
It was a
for the Nook
timeshare
Getaway
sales
package.
pitch. It was a timeshare sales pitch.
Yeah, it's true.
He's a shrewd businessman.
Except he's not trying to share time.
He's a shrewd businessman.
He's just trying to take all your time.
No, he's a raccoon businessman.
Raccoon.
Is that
Did you guys see the
True.
gravestone?
Yeah, saw the gravestone.
Dude.
What?
Well,
He's
it looks
dead.
like you might die in this game.
Tortimer.
You see the bees and
Tortimer's
stuff?
dead.
Oh,
Tortimer got so old and died.
oh no, that is totally the perfect candidate for that gravestone.
Alright, but
Oh,
I don't think that's
sad.
what it is. The perfect candidate is we saw Wisp in this Direct. I think that's where he's going to come out of.
Sure. Yep. There you go.
But in my head, Tortimer's dead. So.
Well,
What if Wisp is Tortimer's spirit?
Oh, theory.
theory crafting going on.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Yes.
Game theory.
Dude, one thing I really like too. This I don't know why it surprised me, but it just did. When you start the game, you could choose from one of 4 islands. I expected the whole time we're going to start with the same island.
And 2 hemispheres.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
we
different
don't have to
hemispheres,
reset
but-
to get the map that we want like every other game.
And granted, yeah, I know there's terraforming. Everyone's going to customize, but it's like, but we don't all have to start on the same map. I love that.
I wish there was more than 4, but I also like that.
Yeah, because I
I
mean,
feel like 6.
Well, it's certainly gonna be a badge of honor to finally be able to change your map from one of those 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
People will
Customization.
know.
I just like watching how this game works compared to other Animal Crossing games. Like, especially if like you guys out there, if your first experience is like Pocket Camp, this has to blow your mind because it looks very very
If your
Pocket
first
Camp.
experience is Pocket Camp and you're hooked on Pocket Camp, dude, play a real Animal Crossing.
You're in for
Alright?
Hey,
I have the
hey,
app on my phone
there,
because
in
it's
Pocket
supposed to be
Camp, you can
exclusive
place
furniture.
furniture outside.
Yeah,
That feature
I mean,
is
that's a page
that's
That's the
started in
only
Pocket
good
Camp.
thing about that game.
That started in
Absolutely.
Pocket
Only good
Camp. I'm telling you, you're
Yep.
excited. You were excited about that was in your top 5 features. That's
Furniture
directly
outside.
from Pocket Camp.
Okay,
Yep.
thanks Pocket Camp. I can never play you again. Well, that's not true because there's exclusive furniture apparently.
Yeah.
So I still have it on my phone, but that's the only time I'm going to open it.
And also they let you import all your custom furniture from other games
The QR
with,
codes.
with the
From-
QR code.
I was just gonna say that.
oh
Yes.
patterns.
Yeah,
From the
yeah, the
3DS
patterns.
games,
Yeah,
Happy Home Designer and New Leaf,
yeah.
which
That's
is
cool.
awesome.
That's
I did
cool.
not expect that.
So
That's-
if
that's
you
great.
you
That's
put all these
incredible.
work into your patterns, you can bring them over. Go
Yeah,
for it.
it's great.
You don't have to.
I made,
remake
like-
it.
You don't
And
have to use them as
sprites.
paths anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, like, but watching everything go from the very beginning, where you're like this humble tent, it just kind of looks like you're camping. You start thinking, oh, this is kind of like a full version of Pocket Camp right now, and all of a sudden, oh, we go from that to terraforming to building bustling cities to like, what is this? This is supposed to be a deserted
Yeah.
island getaway package, and now I'm building a metropolis.
Yeah,
You go
Little
from
New
a
York City.
dumbed down version of Animal Crossing to like Animal Crossing Minecraft.
This
March
is like Animal
20th.
Crossing City Builder.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Crazy.
Like, we're gonna have the greatest museum ever in the middle of the ocean just because. Hey,
Yeah, why not?
That's just the way it is.
You turn it into a tourist destination, man.
Yeah.
Somehow
Totally.
you build this giant museum and you're finding all these dinosaur bones because they just are here. Of course
Yeah.
they're here.
Duh.
These are real. They're legit. You don't doubt them.
I mean,
Well, it's better
With
than
how many-
finding villagers' bones.
50 different dinosaur skeletons on this tiny island.
but I mean, with how many people apparently wash up on shore,
Just
I mean,
people just always randomly wash up on shore on deserted islands. No,
All right.
that's actually not normal. Dead bodies wash up on shore.
well, that's where the
Dead
boats come from.
animals, not
Multiple
alive.
people. Because it's always only ever been Gulliver washing up on your shore. Will it be more than one? Because they
I don't
made
know.
it sound like it will be.
They
Maybe
say
it's
it's only going to
Gulliver's
happen
grave.
pretty frequently. You're just going to randomly walk across the shore. Oh, look, there, someone
Yeah,
got
but
washed
that was
up.
Gulliver every
That's
time.
every
He'd
time.
wash up like 1,000 times in a year. a
No,
calendar year,
one
you
time
know?
he was in a spaceship. You can't. forget that.
Sorry.
I want to see the return of the spaceship.
I
please.
want to see a reference. Here's the thing: they released Link's Awakening last year. Link washes up on shore. I want to see one reference to Link
that would
washing
be-
up on shore.
That would be interesting.
I mean,
I don't
they
know
already
what
have an
character it is.
ocarina in the game. You can craft an ocarina.
Maybe Gulliver washes up in like a green tunic
Yeah.
once.
I hope that clothes from other games returns. Like I loved in New Leaf how you could get like the Link outfit. I've rocked that for so long. That was I hope that returns.
They
And-
showed something in here that was like Hero's outfit or something like that, and it was green. Yeah.
Awesome. And there is an ocarina. So, dude, if you can walk around with an ocarina and the hero's tune, oh, dude,
Ooh.
Zelda-themed town. You heard it here first.
What if it could play a tune and you could customize the tune that the ocarina played?
Oh, you could play Epona's song.
There was that green horse in there too. If that guy just randomly shows
phone.
up every time you play Epona's song, there you go.
Yeah. Play Ballad of the Windfish, and the Windfish appears.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Is there
I'm
a whale
I'm building Hyrule
character?
Castle Town. It's just happening.
Hyrule Castle.
It's happening. It's probably going to take me
Yes.
3 years, but it's happening.
Only in-game years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Only in-game years, which are
Wait.
literal days.
Wait.
Yeah, in-game years are real years.
Wait.
Time travel. Let me time travel.
Yeah, I don't think it's time travel. Come on, Nintendo. Come
Um,
on. Be a bro. Be a bro.
All right, Darren. Is there any other big features you really want to talk about here? We got about 10 minutes.
Oh my god. Oh, we only have 10 minutes left. I don't like this.
Hit
So-
that big list of yours. You're the mega fan. Let's go. Get gushing.
I do.
Tell the people
So,
what you want to tell them.
One thing I wanted to talk about. Missing characters. We haven't seen some Animal Crossing favorites.
Hmm.
Tortimer. Where's Tortimer? We saw the grave. Could be. Probably not. We didn't see Red. We didn't see Harriet. Cyrus, Pascal, Pete,
Lobo?
Kelly, Phyllis, Lottie, Lyle, Cap'n. What happened to Joan?
Cap'n.
Joan's like daughter or granddaughter is selling turnips now, which I'm pretty sure she made a reference to having children or grandchildren. I see you laughing, Nate.
Hey,
you laughing.
hey,
Dude,
It's
I don't know who
Joan had-
any of these characters are, so
Nope.
it's awesome.
Yep. Exactly.
Joan had like in City Folk made a reference to having like kids or grandkids.
Okay,
So
sure.
there could be a callback to City Folk, a severely underrated Animal Crossing game.
Yeah,
But,
could be.
But yeah, there's like Chip has been replaced and Nat has been replaced, who you also don't know.
City Folk was like 2008, right? So then what? How old would the kid be? 12? That's about right.
Animal Crossing City Folk came out in 2008,
Boom.
November 2008.
Like, nailed that one. Might not be the biggest fan, but I know when it came out.
That's right.
Gamer lore.
City Folk is honestly the one I played the least, even though I really enjoy it.
I don't think there's an Animal Crossing game you don't enjoy.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
they're-
also similar.
well,
Oh, no, sorry. You just, like, really hate Pocket Camps. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so disclaimer: I don't hate it. I enjoyed it for like a week, and then.
Well,
it got
because
old.
it's not
And
a
I've
full
never
Animal Crossing
played.
game.
I've
like a
never
tease.
played Amiibo Festival because I was so
Mm.
mad that it wasn't a real Animal Crossing game.
Well, you didn't want to play a board
Oh,
game where
Feel
you scan
salty.
in your Animal Crossing amiibo as
Nope,
characters?
feel salty.
So-
I even enjoyed the Animal Crossing minigame in the Nintendo Life
Nintendo
title
Land?
on Wii U.
Nintendo Land?
Nintendo Land.
Nintendo Land, yes, Nintendo Land. Sorry, not Nintendo Life, even though that's an awesome publication. But yeah, Nintendo Land. I even liked the Animal Crossing minigame. That was awesome.
Which one was that again?
That was you like run around as the jail keepers.
Oh, you're
Booker
collecting
and,
candies.
Yeah, you're collecting
That's
candy
right.
and you're trying
Okay,
to run
yeah.
away.
Right,
You
right.
can wear like an elephant mask.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. The music was cute. The graphics were great. It was HD Animal Crossing. I'm like, oh, this is what it's gonna be like. I can't wait.
Best
And
you'd
then
ever
I
get on
had
Wii
to
U.
wait like 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do the amiibo actually do in this game then? I does it just give you
So-
Nook Miles or what?
Well, they said that certain characters. I don't know
just-
if I mentioned KK Slider, but he hasn't been shown off except for, they specifically mentioned that he's not in the game. They showed someone scanning the KK amiibo, and a message popped up saying KK Slider is not available yet. They said that more characters will be
Yeah.
added. So yeah, we know there's
Hmm.
free updates. We know there's more content coming. So KK Slider event maybe.
Or does it just make the character appear in the game on your island and they walk around for a while and then they leave or what?
Yeah,
It
I mean,
seemed to
you can
imply-
get custom villagers with like the amiibo cards and stuff.
Yeah, it seemed to imply you could make them move. Some of them you could move in, and then
Yeah.
of course you can add them into your weird photo booth mode.
Your Phototopia?
Yeah.
And there's 40 new villagers, isn't there, Nate? I think you and I were talking
Yeah,
about that
there
earlier.
was compared to what we have seen already, because there was already a whole bunch of new ones. In this one, there were 40 new shown off. This is according to Nintendo Life, who actually counted. There was 40 new characters shown off today that we haven't seen before.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Wow.
That's crazy.
Also, the return of Rossetti. We didn't
Oh,
actually
yes.
see him, but we heard the voice over the phone, and we heard that iconic Rossetti theme. I would never miss that in a million. I actually have a
For the
dubstep
rescue?
remix of Rossetti's theme on my phone. Yeah, there's a rescue option.
Ah,
If you get
he's a
lost-
rescue guy.
On your island,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
call the rescue
Yep.
service, and the little bubble popped up that said, "Oh, you're lost. We're coming to get you," or whatever. And there was Rossetti's theme in the background, and I was like,
You know, when I saw that, I was very like thinking they didn't show us who that was, and there's a reason. And you probably nailed it. It's got to be Rossetti.
"It's got to be." They played.
They're
his
gonna reveal it
music.
later.
Got to be.
Yeah. I love how they're like, yeah, you have a map, but you could still get lost. What?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I hope
how,
that you
how
can-
big
big
is
are
this
these
island?
places? Yeah.
I hope that you can build like the rescue center or find it like through a tunnel or something, because that was one of the best things about City Folk was going to see Rossetti in his little headquarters at night.
I
That was
hope you
cool.
can
That was
move.
a cool little Easter egg.
I hope you can move. Like they're making it so customizable. I wonder, can you? I want to be able to move some of the default buildings that are there. Like if I'm
Yes.
customizing my island and terraforming,
You can.
I
Yeah.
want to move it. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you 100% can.
at one point in the time, it did say place shop here.
Yeah.
And it was one of your
Yeah,
options.
you can-
so-
you can
Here, but what about the
relocate-
ones
you
that
can
are already
relocate
there when
base
you got
building.
there?
I think
Yeah.
they was
So-
talking about the shop tent. Like you could
Yes.
move the shop tent.
Well, what about like the dock?
That part I don't know.
Mm,
The
I don't
airport
know.
and the
We'll
dock
have to
added
check
that part, I
don't
those
know.
out.
So with something that Darren was saying there and the things we've said so far, it sounds to me like they're bringing back little unique pieces from every game along the way as sort of a best of Animal Crossing experience.
Almost
So-
like an ultimate.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
ultimate. So is there a feature that was exclusive to the original or exclusive to Wild World then that would be fun to bring back into this?
Wishing Well.
The Wishing Well, which one was that one in?
That was in the original GameCube game.
And what did that do?
Oh, you had to ask me that. I don't remember. You put me on the spot. So I just remember it being really fun. I haven't played that game in years. I was a kid when I played that, but I remember that being cool. But one of the actual, I've been saying this for years, I wish that we got a map as big as the original game.
That map
Mm.
was huge.
That map was huge.
That
Doesn't
was
look like that'll be the case for New Horizons, which is okay because the game is going to be amazing with all the customization.
It has lots of other
Well, I
maps.
don't know. You could add land. You
Yeah.
could make it not an island.
You could build it
potentially
out.
and get rid of all the water.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll be able to build it out. Who knows?
Yeah, it's actually one big globe that you can make if
Yeah.
you continue to put land.
There's no water
One little strip of
anywhere
land
anymore.
all the way around it.
Yep.
Oh man! I mean, after all, it still uses the rolling log method of movement. In theory, you're walking around a whole globe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man! All right. Anything else you guys want to bring up here before we wrap things up?
Wishing Well. I just looked up the Wishing Well. So I remember this now. It on the Animal Crossing wiki. It is where one goes to check on how the town environment is. So basically, that was replaced with Isabelle in New
Sure.
Leaf. You could also apologize for not completing errands, which I'm pretty sure was also specific to the first game, and was a spot where events took place. So it was kind of like a center place of the town where you'd have festivals and whatnot.
Couldn't you also play NES games in the original?
Yes.
Find games.
Yes, you could play, I believe, Balloon Hunt or Balloon Hunt.
There you go. They attach it to the online store. You can go in, you can fire up your NES and play all your online content.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm going to play some Mario. Boot it up. It closes Animal Crossing, opens up the Nintendo NES Online app.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Integrated experience.
Yep.
Perfect.
Wow.
Flawless.
What if, okay, so this isn't going to happen, but it would be cool if you had the Nintendo Switch Online service, you could turn, say, Balloon Fight into an arcade cabinet that you could put in your town. So the people who came over could play Balloon Fight in your town.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty neat.
If you could build an arcade in Wild World or in this new game, oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, that's over then.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
My land's just going to be a giant arcade.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing games in a game. That's my life
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Building structures that look like pixel art versions of characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for this week.
Oh, there's so much more.
Oh,
to
there's
talk
so much
about.
more. I know. This is what happens.
Stay tuned for part 2.
Who knows? There might be another Animal Crossing Direct someday. Before I mean, we're a month out. You never know.
They're going to reveal Rossetti, man. They're going to do
The
it.
next time we'll see Animal Crossing in a Direct is for a free update.
Or it could be a general Nintendo Direct.
That's what I mean. Like in the general Nintendo
What are
Direct, we'll
those?
see upcoming DLC.
What are those?
What or what?
Yeah.
It's
What
only
are
been
those?
like half a year since the
Yeah.
last one. So, I mean, do those even exist? Let's be honest. What
Does
digital
Nintendo have a
event at
lineup
E3?
past Animal Crossing in 2020?
Digital
Stay
event at
tuned.
E3. The next time we'll finally have a general direct. Oh man. So thank you guys all for tuning in and watching. It's been a lot of fun. Obviously, Darren wishes this was like the 8-hour Animal
right.
Crossing podcast. 'cause
Dude, we haven't even scratched the surface. I have so many notes.
There's so many notes.
Check
So
his
many-
angrily scribbled Twitter later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, Darren. Take those notes and create like an article around them, and then I could turn it into a video and give you all the credit.
I'll think about it.
I'm just kicking it old school here, trying to get
Yeah.
you back into the groove.
Yeah.
I think next week, part 2, or maybe feature a small discussion on Animal Crossing.
Is it possible for you to have a small discussion?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I feel like I might have preset topics, and I'll be like, all right, we're going to briefly touch on Animal Crossing. We got a 10-minute segment, and you're going to be like, 10 minutes?
Yeah, right.
And you're going to waste
Yeah.
10
half of
minutes.
that time complaining that it's only 10 minutes.
Right.
And then
I
you'll
wanna
spend
talk
5
about
minutes being like,
villagers
so we got to talk
Sit
about
on the
this.
ground and eat ice cream now. It's crazy.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man. I want to thank all of our supporters over on Patreon. Thank you guys so much at patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. We still have like 30-plus people there supporting the podcast. Thank you for all of that support,
Thank
making
you.
sure this is a weekly show. I know it wasn't weekly for a while, but now we're back at it now that everything's all good on my end. So
We're actually somewhat healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crud.
Yeah.
It's good to be healthy.
Yeah.
So, yes. So awesome. Thank you for your support. Remember, you guys can join the $20 tier on there and be on an episode of the podcast once per month if you would like. We already had someone do that once this month, so we'll see what happens next month. So thank you guys for that. I also want to remind everyone that the audio version will now be available every Friday on iTunes and everything. So we do this on Thursday nights. Audio version will be done the next day. All the prior audio versions are already up in case you missed any past episodes and you'd like to just hear the audio version instead of turning on the YouTube version, especially if you're listening over data while you're in a car. Obviously, audio is way better to do that than video for you. And yeah, I think that's really all it. I don't think I have much else to mention. All the links to where all the audio stuff is down in the description.
Darren does, but we don't
No,
have time for that.
Darren can go on and on.
I have
and
one
on.
more thing to add. So, follow me on Twitter
Oh, there it is.
at Real Darrin,
At Real
RealDerrin. And for one reason, not because I want more followers, but because I want to link up with people who are going to play Animal Crossing with me.
Yeah.
Come visit my town.
You can just join the
Invite me to your
Nintendo
town.
Prime Discord server.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
That
join
is a
that.
thing. That
If
is a
I'm
thing
not
that
already in
exists.
it. I'm pretty sure I'm in it.
You probably are somewhere. I don't
Reach
know.
out to me. Play Animal Crossing with me. Please, I have no friends.
Welcome to being an adult, Darrin.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's great.
to the
I
club.
hate it.
There really isn't a lot of friends usually. All the
Yeah.
ones seem to. The older you get, the more they kind of vanish.
Yeah. you're
No
just gonna
friends,
get
no
friends,
time,
just
but at
wait.
least I have a little bit more money than I did when I was 14. So,
There you go.
Yeah, maybe better internet now too.
yeah, better internet now.
Hey.
Hey, you didn't cut out.
I don't
as much
have I
today.
cut out.
Yeah, look, a couple times, but not too bad.
couple
Not like
times.
last time when you would cut out for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You'd be like going on some rant. I'm like, is he still going?
Yeah.
And then,
Possibly.
then we're moving on to something else. He comes back in, and that's why I think Gannon. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah,
He was still
Darrin.
going.
So I'm gonna fix that because when I build my recording studio that we were talking about earlier, I'm gonna get my own internet because right now I'm on the shared internet Wi-Fi network for my apartment.
for the apartment
that
complex,
is-
yeah.
Not happening.
that.
I'm gonna get my own, and it's gonna be way better. So,
Yeah, dedicated's always
not
better.
that anyone that listening cares.
But you care for whatever you're building this dedicated studio and whatever the hell you're doing.
Heck
with
yeah.
It. Are you starting up your own YouTube channel? Is that what I'm hearing, Darrin? I'm just saying. Or are you gonna be like, Nate, I need to work for your channel. Sweet, I have someone else to make content besides me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
I could take a break finally.
You never know.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. It was nice to have Darrin back. He'll probably be on some other episodes in the future since apparently you don't work on Fridays.
I have Fridays and Saturdays off, so I will stay up as late as I do. I'll stay up another hour and talk about Animal Crossing.
Dude, I know. You miss the old days when the podcast would just go until we have nothing to say.
Yeah.
The problem, Darrin, is that you have so much to say we'll be up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, probably.
So, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been real. It's been fun. And I'll catch you in the next one. I keep knocking down my
And
mic.
Nate's listening
It's
to his
on the
microphone.
smaller stand for a purpose. Like, you notice how, like, look at that.
Yeah.
Eric's mic is like twice as high.
Yeah.
Because when I'm doing my normal videos, I can push this ahead just ever so slightly, and then it's off camera.
Yeah.
No one
And then I
cares.
still have good
Yes.
audio.
Right.
We could be talking about Animal Crossing right now.
We could be. We could be.
And the podcast before I go on another
Oh,
rant.
hey.
Oh,
Look,
boy.
podcast merch.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video version, there's actually literally, you can see it below the video. Nobody owns podcast merch but me, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I do.
I should send Fivejay a shirt.
Yeah.
Tell he's on every week. Be
Yeah.
like, hey, rep
Yeah.
it up. Even though he's got Star Wars, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with Star Wars.
I mean, like wristbands, like a hat, maybe like
Yeah.
a shirt.
I mean,
maybe
we
a
have a
jacket.
Nintendo Prime mug.
Yeah.
Official mug.
Yeah, every time I take a drink, I'll make sure that it's
Yeah,
nice and
so-
slow. with the label out.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys see this? It's only $45.95. Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. Actually, I don't even know how much these shirts are.
It's
They're
only
probably
your
like
left
20
leg.
bucks. I
You're
don't even
fine.
Remember. Here's the thing. People think, oh, you know, you're just pumping the merch. You know, I have to buy these myself, right? Like, I don't get them for free. I don't even get a discount. I have to buy them, and then I get my 10% cut back sent to me. Yeah, 10% cut. So if I buy a $25 shirt, ooh, yeah, thanks for that $2.50 back.
But he can put the Nintendo Prime logo into Animal Crossing free.
I can make an island with the Nintendo Prime logo.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Get
Make a
out.
Whoa,
big
hold
Nintendo
up, hold
Prime
up
logo
now.
out of rivers.
Bringing it back together.
Bringing it all back together. I don't know what's happening. All right, folks. You guys have a great one. It's been fun. We'll catch you next week.
See ya.